Greetings, this is Sister Rebecca, aka Holly Hood, and today's video is entitled Psychological Warfare. And I want to just touch on the subject because it's so important that we know the different methods that are used to program us, and especially minorities. You know, this is something that Hitler used, something that Stalin used, you know, many tyrannical Idi Amin used it, you know, governments use this method. It's a non-violent method that's used to control people, and that's what's happening now. The youth are being controlled through psychological warfare, and the psychological warfare is coming at them through the various mediums, and they're not even aware of it. And also some of the adults are being used in this method as well. Because, again, they're not aware of it. You know, statistics, that's a form of psychological warfare. Thanks to the successful programming of slavery, many black people are devoid of culture and are seeking an identity. The government knows this and has decided to help lost tribe Negroes find an identity by programming our youth into thinking that they're supposed to be thugs, ignorant, and irresponsible. And thus you have these, a lot of these boys that are out on the streets, and they're promoting this thug life, and they're listening to the rapper who's telling them, you know, be a thug. Shorty wants a thug, and you know, we don't die, we multiply, and so they think that this is some type of thing to aspire to. And I'm not without guilt, because back in the 70s we had gangs too, but they weren't like they were today, and we actually flipped the script. We, instead of having rumbles and battles and killing each other, we turned it into what is now today hip-hop. We would have dance battles and rap battles instead. But today, the youth are actually killing each other, and they're wondering why the police are killing them. They're listening to Lil Wayne, who is an entertainer. He is paid to sell records, and because the people who market him, and also the government who initiated gangster rap so that they can lock you up, you know, you're not going to have that lifestyle that you see in the video if this is what you're doing. Your lifestyle is going to be behind a prison wall. And the drinking and the promotion of drugs, all of these things are geared towards your destruction. And if you don't see it, then you will never know, because you're going to be in this delusion, assuming that, you know, what you're singing about, this fantasy world that you're in, is going to become your reality, and it's going to end badly for you. I agree. The police should not be shooting innocent black men, but guess what? They have the power to do that, and they obviously can get away with it. So the answer is not going at them in the same way that they're coming at you. Not all police are part of that agenda, but the ones who are, they are ready to take you down. And a bad attitude is like a flat tire. Until you fix it, you can't get anywhere. So you have to learn other methods, and the psychological warfare that you have to use is one of intelligence and tact in order to gain your objective, which is to put as much distance between you and the officers who are coming for people who look like you. Because if you look like you're a thug, they don't know that you're not. So you're being the sheep, you're being part of the problem when you should be part of the solution. It's not until you really want to be successful that you're going to change. Motivation is a psychological feature. It arouses organisms to act towards a defined goal or an objective. So you've got to be motivated, like the car that's going somewhere. You want to get motivated to go in the direction that you want to go. And you have to understand, too, that the same wind that blows one door shut, it often blows the other door open. So just because you can't be a basketball star, you can't be a rapper, doesn't mean you cannot be successful. Instead of buying up all the sneakers that they have out, why don't you make some and sell them? Jay-Z wanted to be a successful businessman, and he's there. And guess what? He hangs out now with successful people, you know. And I don't say you know already how I feel. If you look at my Jay-Z videos, but the point of the matter is that he had a formula. Yeah, he had help, but he had a formula. Okay, our future president, Hillary Clinton, this is a clip of her at some Illuminati event, And she's, the sister looks like she's twerking, and Hillary's behind her dancing. And this is who they want to put into the presidency. And she's using this as a form of psychological warfare to show black people she's got their back. I'm going to say to you, it's okay for you not to know. What's not okay is for you not to try. If you want to know the road to get somewhere, ask those who came back, who traveled it. Don't go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and make one. And I'll tell you something Einstein said. He said he's glad for all the people who did not help him because it made him help himself. He had to do it himself. We come from kings and queens, people. We are not a weak people. What happened? Something along the way. It's like the broken chain. Granted, we are not Africans because we are born in Africa, but because Africa is born in us. Act like the king or the queen that you are. Hold your head high. One of the greatest sights that I see on a daily basis is those of us who have chose to go back to being natural, because that is a form of pride. And in order for us to get the respect and the acknowledgement of others that we are who we are and we're proud to be who we are and we want and command respect, is we have to have it and we have to show it. We have to show that we are proud. We have to show that we command respect, and we have to carry ourselves like someone who is worthy of getting the respect. So it's all part of the packaging, and it's all part of the psychological warfare. If we're walking around and running around acting like animals, guess what? They're going to treat us like that. And it doesn't mean that we don't get things done, but there is a way, and where there's the will, there is a way. Back in 1919, this woman, you had never heard of a black woman pilot, but she refused to take no for an answer. We've got to calm the aggression down and use other methods. The lion doesn't roar when a little dog barks. If God brings you to it, he can bring you through it. Yes, dream, but remember that in order to fulfill the dream, you've got to wake up. So it's not going to become a reality until you wake up. Today, concentrate on taking one step forward, no matter how small. At least you're moving forward. The steps can be small. What matters is that you get there. These are all parts of the psychological warfare that you can use to your advantage. Start psyching. We used to say back in the day, I'm going to psych myself up to do something. And sure enough, if you got psyched enough, you did it. You have to believe. That's the first.